Have you ever wondered why billions of people suddenly become obsessed with the World Cup every 4 years? People lose sleep, skip work, cancel plans, and become emotionally invested in matches they never thought they'd care about. But here's the strange part. Most of these people aren't even hardcore football fans. So what's really happening? The answer isn't football, it's psychology. Every 4 years, something incredible happens. A sport that many people barely pay attention to suddenly becomes the center of the world. Families gather around televisions, friends argue passionately about teams, entire countries stop what they're doing to watch a single match, and somehow people become emotionally attached to players they've never met. Why? The first reason is identity. Human beings have a deep psychological need to belong to something bigger than themselves. During the World Cup, your country becomes your team. The moment the tournament begins, millions of people stop thinking as individuals and start thinking as part of a group. Psychologists call this social identity theory. It explains why people feel proud when their national team wins and devastated when it loses. Even though they never stepped onto the field, their brain treats the team's success as their own success. Think about it. When your country scores a goal, why do you jump off the couch? Why does your heart race? Why do strangers hug each other in public? Because your brain has connected your identity to the team. The victory feels personal. The loss feels personal. That's not logic. That's psychology. But identity alone isn't enough to explain the obsession. There's another powerful force at work: dopamine. Dopamine is often called the brain's reward chemical, but that's only part of the story. Dopamine is actually driven by anticipation, and football is one of the most unpredictable sports in the world. A match can change in seconds. One mistake, one goal, one penalty, one miracle moment. Your brain loves uncertainty because uncertainty creates anticipation. Every attack feels exciting because something important might happen. Every corner kick feels significant because it could change everything. This is why last-minute goals feel so unforgettable. Your brain isn't expecting them. The unexpected reward creates an emotional explosion. That's why fans remember certain World Cup moments for decades. The emotional intensity burns the memory into their minds. Now here's something even more fascinating. Have you noticed how people often support underdog teams during the World Cup? A small nation faces a football giant, and suddenly millions of neutral fans start cheering for the weaker side. Why? Because humans are naturally attracted to stories, and nothing is more powerful than an underdog story. Our brains love narratives where ordinary people overcome impossible odds. It's the same reason we enjoyed comeback movies and inspirational stories.
When a smaller team challenges a powerful football nation, it creates a story that feels meaningful. Fans aren't just watching a match anymore. They're watching hope fight against probability. And that's emotionally irresistible. But the psychology goes even deeper. There's something called emotional contagion. This happens when emotions spread from person to person. If you've ever watched a match in a packed stadium, you've experienced it. One person gets excited, then 10 people, then 100, then 50,000. The emotion becomes contagious. What's fascinating is that emotional contagion works even through screens. When millions of fans around the world are excited, nervous, or celebrating, you subconsciously absorb some of that energy. That's why watching a World Cup final feels different from watching a regular game. You're sharing the emotional experience with millions of people at the same time. And then there's the power of scarcity. The World Cup only happens once every 4 years. Think about that. If it happened every year, it wouldn't feel special. Scarcity increases value. The rarer something is, the more important it feels. Your brain knows opportunities are limited. Miss this tournament, and you'll have to wait 4 more years. That sense of rarity makes every match feel significant. Psychologists have found that people value experiences more when they know they can't have them whenever they want. The World Cup isn't just another sporting event. It's a rare global moment, and rarity creates attention. Another reason people become obsessed is because the World Cup creates a shared human experience. In everyday life, people are divided by language, culture, politics, and geography. But during the tournament, billions of people are focused on the same thing. They're watching the same moments, talking about the same matches, and feeling the same emotions. Humans are social creatures. We crave connection. The World Cup provides one of the largest shared experiences on the planet. For a few weeks, complete strangers suddenly have something in common. A single goal can unite millions of people who have never met. That's incredibly powerful from a psychological perspective. And here's the biggest secret of all. People think they're watching football because they love the sport, but often they're actually watching because of what football makes them feel: belonging, excitement, hope, pride, connection, anticipation, meaning. These emotions are what people truly become addicted to. The World Cup isn't just a competition. It's one of the greatest emotional experiences humans have ever created. It combines identity, storytelling, uncertainty, community, scarcity, and dopamine into one massive global event. That's why billions of people suddenly become obsessed every 4 years. They're not just watching football, they're experiencing some of the strongest psychological forces the human brain can feel. If you've ever celebrated a goal like your life depended on it, hit follow and comment World Cup because your brain just proved everything you learned in this video.